but he has reach to get on top of you. And that smoke is something you can't deal with. You need to go for a 4-staff if you want to be able to survive versus it, which is definitely not an item that you want early on. Second, why Ricky is the laning stage versus Mars should be pretty solid for them. You have an amazing amount of burst coming from Oracle and Ricky, and you have multiple ways of dodging the arena and the spear or whatever he has.
And you've got the root, right? Like you can channel on the Ricky, he blink strikes in, and then all of a sudden, where you going?
I mean, you also, if you would see Ricky against Mars and Sky, it'd be like, okay, I'm a little bit scared about this Ricky. He can die, but he always has the save in this game. We've seen multiple times in CIS Dota that the Ricky starts off great and then he dies once or twice and he's just out of the game. Here, it doesn't happen because Ricky, even though he's mobile, he's usually fighting around some area, right, where he can use the tricks of the trade. So the Oracle should be close enough to actually assist him. You get silenced, get purged off, and then you have this Ricky who's jumping around just killing everyone, so definitely can see this pick working out.
Now, one thing that I hate playing against whenever I'm a Ricky are illusion-based high armor heroes. They ban out one of them, that's the PL. However, Terrorblade is still in the pool and it's picked up by teams in the West quite often. Naga as well. And you have Epileptic Kid on your side. That dude loves his illusions. I'm not sure if he loves the other heroes as much as PL, because that's usually what he would...
I'd say he was a pretty big fan of Naga when we saw him in the original VP squad, right? It was like every game was Naga or PL. Which one do you want, Epileptic Kid?
And also, as an Oracle player, I hate playing against a Naga. I hate it because it just breaks up the fight. It finds where heroes are, and you just fight in the middle of the enemy heroes. And that's where Oracle kind of doesn't do anything, because if he starts running towards his teammates, he dies. If he runs away, he's obviously completely useless. So Naga would be an awesome pick here for VP.Prodigy later on in the draft, but I think that NaVi is aware of that and that they will adjust the heroes that actually can deal with the Naga. So we might see like a Lashrak or something along those lines in their next few picks.
Do you reveal that Lesh type pick early, or do you just hold that back until like the final stage?
You're thinking about position 4s, right? 5 on the side of VP.Prodigy, I guess, and 4 on the side of NaVi.
Do you like the way that NaVi, because we saw last game when we talked about the Rubik Centaur, they kind of ground their draft at the start, like they've clearly revealed this should be a Ricky carry, right? Do you like that style, or do you prefer to see that keep it flexible to the end we've been seeing?
It's a solid Ricky game. Obviously, I like the flexes a bit more, but if it's a solid hero game, you see your lane instantly. This guy, okay, there's a chance of it being mid. Who played? FTM played it, right? With Iceberg.
Iceberg played it.
Yeah, Iceberg. There's a chance of Skyrad being mid. Most likely won't happen. And even if it is mid, you don't care pretty much. You're strong versus Mars. Mars got nerfed as well, by the way, in the patch. So overall, I think it's all right to open up with heroes that are good as 10th pick. 10th pick is all right for your core. You can see OG opening up with Ember every time they're given a chance, right?
Yeah.
But Ember is a little bit more flexible.
He can do anything that's needed of him.
Pretty much. He's more flexible, but it's just a solid hero right now.
This is a solid Earth Spirit game for NaVi. You have 2 squishy supports that hate getting silenced. You are, let's say, beefy enough to actually get in and survive for a few seconds against these heroes.
Did they play Earth Spirit before?
That's something I don't know.
I'm not sure. For Slayer, yeah.
I'm trying to remember the pubs and see if he played it. I kind of, most position 4 players can play the Earth Spirit, though it.
But can they play it well?
Yeah, that's the question.
Is there something similar to the Earth Spirit? Because I like this idea of a hero of 4 that can get in, right? Because the Ricky's going to need it.
Maybe. Now that you're talking about heroes that can get in, you're playing versus Witch Doctor and Skyrad. Some clock sounds amazing. Combo it with some strong position. 3 or something like a Darkseer clock. Oh man, clock Darkseer. This would be so on point. Okay, Morphling kind of messes with you because he benefits from having his lane pushed in, but old classic. I just remembered it, man. The Darkseer Riki clock. You're just all over the map so early on. You have one Invis hero.
But do you want to play that into Witch Doctor? I like the Witch Doctor as an answer to
You don't
that.
care about it.
You don't.
No, and you're not worried about something like an Oracle, right?
Yeah.
Because you've got the Oracle, the classic counter to
Yeah.
Darkseer.
You don't care about Witch Doctor that much. The Cask, Maledict, yeah, it's problematic, but if you play around that well, you're just able to just dominate that lane.
I mean, I'm kind of reluctant to go against you. You called the Riki, you called the Clockwork so far.
Yep.
So you think we're going to be seeing a Darkseer?
I think everything that Liz says right now is correct.
They have live feed.
They're like, huh, I mean, we've got Mag on the line as our coach, but I guess this is our secondary coach.
Overall, it just looks like a solid game, and it was the concept of the hero was actually brought up by Nikola. He said that they needed a hero that goes in first, something like an Earth Spirit. I just followed up with Clock, which is an obvious option versus Sky and Witch Doctor. You just hate playing versus him. But the answer with the Morphling is pretty solid too.
Yeah. Maybe they were actually expecting the Darkseer, so it could be that NaVi is now maybe thinking about their options. If they go for it, how is it going to pan out? Is the Morphling maybe going to get too much if you just go for something like that?
They go for a TA. Cannot protect themselves.
All right. It's a magical hero, pretty much. One thing that I have to say about NaVi, they're looking really strong right now, but their hero pool still hasn't expanded way too much. Yeah. The way they approach the game has been improving steadily across this tournament, but the way they draft is pretty much the same.
I think it's like the comparative, right? Like the Morphling last game, yeah, it's okay Morphling game, but it felt comfort. Whereas in this game, would you say that VP.Prodigy's pickup of the Morphling just suits this game better?
It does, because you don't have as much burst on NaVi. You have mostly your cores are physical damage. Morph deals well with that. You can't really delete him with these heroes. So, and it's not okay. NaVi now have they went for the TA. They were probably thinking about it like, if we go for a TA, they can take an illusion hero and we're just done. Right? So now they get the TA, they have that opportunity to get the fast Roche and then snowball off of that. But Morphling definitely looks like a better hero here than it was in the previous match.
So when you're talking fast Roche, are we okay? Axe. Scratch that, they go for an Axe.
Are you thinking something like a Slardar?
Yeah, my point was going towards Slardar, but Axe versus an Oracle sounds pretty solid as well, right? Oh,
it's with an Oracle against the Morph.
Against the Morph.
It does sound good.
And you have that clock that already goes in, right? So now your Axe can form that counter initiation if they repel you.
Exactly. Actually, that's a very good point too. They have two ways of initiating. Having that clock go in first and then follow up from the Axe looks pretty solid.
And also they have a rocket, they have traps, and they have the Riki to scout out.
And where is their damage coming from? Like
it's all TA, right?
Yeah, I'm not.
Yeah, that could be a problem.
So you just count this on the lane as Virtus.pro-Prodigy, maybe?
Like this is perfect pick from Virtus.pro-Prodigy. I love this DK. Like I was completely on NaVi's board, thinking they will snatch that Darkseer, and then you have the mixed damage. You have Helm of Dominator. You have Surged Riki with Shell Clock as well. But the next pick, it looks good. But if he gets shut down early on, which I think VP.Prodigy really have to do. If they shut him down early on, the damage from NaVi is very lackluster in that mid game.
Yeah, like the Witch Doctor is really annoying to the Axe in the laning stage. He might start with boots so he doesn't get run down by these heroes.
Even just that Maledict, right? Just level 1 Maledict, Witch Doctor used to be the way to play versus Axe. Just toss it on him and...
So, like, I can see NaVi winning, but they need really to snowball super hard, whereas VP.Prodigy, they have ways to answer the aggression, they have ways to push down the towers if they don't want to fight, and they have the Morphling, which is kind of the ultimate pick here. You just maybe need a Yules or something to get rid of the Blade Mail, and you should be, or a Force Staff to save your Morphling, and you should be fine. So, I'm going VP.Prodigy this game as well.
Yeah, E-Blade versus Axe. These two supports look much better when it comes to dishing out the damage. Yeah, you have some minus armor versus the Dragonite, but it feels also like a very easy Dragonite game too.
While you were favoring VP.Prodigy, production in my ears are also favoring VP.Prodigy. Hopefully the commentators can tell me something positive about NaVi, because everyone is in on VP.Prodigy right now. Help me out here.
I will ask that of Trent. Trent, what are the highlights of NaVi's draft in this game? What are they going to do really well?
I mean, I think Smoke Cloud is like pretty owners this game, and as I said, like you need like a 4-staff or something. But we've also already realized that none of these heroes on VP.Prodigy like want to buy a 4-staff. Like Save doesn't want to have to buy one, so he's going to be a Skywrath mage. I mean, he's going to have to, and that's good to try and help his Morphling. But then he's going to be like a slightly weaker version of the Skywrath mage that you come to hope for on your team. So there's that. I think the Clockwork can make some pretty big plays because the 4-staff, as we've already pointed out, is going to be like reserved basically for the Smoke Clouds. So then there's going to be less options to try and deal with what Slayer's bringing to the table. It looks like a snowbally kind of like get ahead and stay ahead lineup from NaVi, as they sort of pointed out. That's kind of your big hope.
Okay, and you're still calling it a hope because do you believe in it?
I would say that it looks like an easier game for Prodigy.
Okay, very diplomatic. Thank you. Well, we already have NaVi lane claim to the Radiant jungle. They are looking maybe like they're going to start with 3 of them on the bottom lane, or maybe secure first blood. Does mean that it's crystallized by himself on the top lane at the start, and he is also gone on by 3 people, as in 3 people on VP.Prodigy are now on that top lane at the moment. We'll see if Ein is going to rotate earlier rather than later to help out Epileptic Kid on that bottom lane. And then the mid lane is going to be Dragon Knight TA.
Thrilling.
Like taking yes, like a little bit of a blast from the past.
Yeah.
Very exciting.
A classic.
There you go.
But,
Can they kill
I mean,
early on?
No. And then that's kind of one of the big problems is that if you can't kill the Morphling, and like, I really hope they just stay in his face. I don't want to see this axe end up cutting creeps, because if you end up cutting creeps, you've just lost this lane.
Yeah, because Epileptic Kid should be able to still last hit everything under the tower, right?
Yeah, he'll get every single creep underneath that tower.
Yeah. Alright, don't let him free farm.
That's kind of the one issue with the Clockwork, though, is like that's where you like the Skywrath mage, right? Like the Axe Skywrath, or any of those classic Axe combos, maybe like a Willow or something, the kind that are supposed to be super aggressive and just keep on spamming and harassing with Battle Hunger. Not really something Clockwork can do. Their best hope is they might be able to kill Ein if he leaves the tower.
Yeah, the Clockwork Axe lane, 2 range versus 2 melee lane. It's a tricky one. We'll see if the pools are going to happen, and otherwise, if they don't, then they will have a chance once they're level 2, perhaps. Because at the moment, it's Pasha that is getting harassed. Bounce with the cask back on Pasha as well, and he's forced to limp away. He does have a salve. He'll be okay, but I mean, that's already a lot of harassment, and it should be the other way around.
Yeah, it almost felt like they were like trying to bait it or something, but Slayer was busy body blocking the small camp. And then, of course, Ein's going to come over and be like, oh, how annoying. But it cost Pasha an entire salve.
Slayer now with the battery assault. He is also not really having this turn out the way that he wanted it to, with him on the run rather than with the Epileptic Kid being pressured. Although Pasha is still on the hunt with that Battle Hunger on him as well. He is morphing into strength there, but it's enough.
The spin, that creep.
That little creep, that little melee creep is making the spin happen, and that's first blood. And that's exactly what NaVi needs in a game like this.
Yeah, I would be pretty upset if I died there as Epileptic Kid. That looked pretty free.
Because Ein wasn't hitting the axe, right?
No, I don't think so.
It was just a creep.
Yeah.
Feels bad.
Up top, they're going to go on DM.
Yeah. On DM, let's see if they have enough damage to take him down. I do have a level 1 Purifying Flames, but that's not going to be enough damage. He doesn't want to heal him up, so doesn't use it.
So,
what are we making up the lane? Top, sorry.
Well, no more butt spears, right? It's
yeah, I saw that, but I saw the comment of no more butt spears, but I do want to hear what that exactly means. Please hold, as there is a spear of Crystallize. Actually, he's just jumping away. All right,
well, you know how you
no more butt spears.
You used to be able to toggle Bulwark, and then you wouldn't see like the animation for the spear. You could like chuck a spear at, like in the direct reverse of Mars, but now that doesn't work anymore. Now when you throw a spear, it turns off Bulwark.
Okay, I guess in my games it just hasn't looked like butt spears because nobody is that advanced in my games.
Oh, you were missing out. Now a chapter of our lives is gone forever.
Yeah.
Okay.
Pasha is cutting the wave, by the way, doing exactly what you didn't want to see. Meaning that Epileptic Kid at level 3. He's fine, just last sitting on the tower.
Yeah, it just feels like you're just giving a free lane to a Morphling. Just bad news bears. But, okay, so now I've had this exact scenario before, and it has worked out for the Axe because, I mean, we've already kind of determined that the whole point of this game for Na'Vi is that they need to snowball like crazy anyway. Yep. So, Axe with a stupid amount of gold, if he can get that like foot off the ground and start enabling the rest of his team like this very aggressive TA and this Riki, then it's not going to matter if you've given all this to the Morphling, because at some point Morphling does actually need help from his allies, and they can't be that far behind. So we'll see if this gift to Axe will be enough.
All right, let's see if he's going to be the fattest on the map. At the moment, it is Ein that is in trouble here. Slayer has got enough damage to take him down. The cask still hit, but that curse is not going to be enough to take him down. Epileptic Kid will take that creep wave as well to kill it under tower. That's the second kill going the way of Na'Vi.
Yeah, that's pretty impressive to get like the complete solo kill. I mean, of course you have the matchup advantages of the clockwork, but to just even catch him out in such a bad position.
Yeah.
That's 100 XP and 184 gold. That's great for a position 4 at this point in the game.
And maybe more a little bit of a mistake from Ein compared to, you know, obviously good play from Slayer, but Ein shouldn't have been there. Not against the clock, anyway. Yep. All right, so we have got in the middle lane, it's fairly even at the moment.
Okay, that flare. He tried to catch him with a flare down bottom because he knew that he was going to morph down and maybe get healed up.
Yeah.
But Ein hasn't taken the point yet. He almost got him because that was getting very low.
Nice. Those are the kind of players we need on the side of Na'Vi. They need to get smart and trying to take out Epileptic Kid. Slayer once again on the hunt. Battery assault, forcing Epileptic Kid to morph into strength, and he can't protect those creeps anymore. He's got to run. I mean, they're doing a nice job.
Debuff, so he's missing out on a bunch of his tango regen right now.
Yeah. I think Na'Vi is doing okay on the bottom lane. Probably not ideal, but still Epileptic Kid doing okay on the last hits. But
this is good though. Dive.
Yep.
Actually punish. Glyph the wave. Look at this pressure.
Save is coming in to try and help out though. At least forcing the axe away. Slayer is not yet forced back. Now with the cast coming out, they don't have really kill potential here on the clockwork, but perhaps they can on the axe. He's too speedy. Yes, phase boots are ready.
That's perfect, though. This is like so what they need from Na'Vi, because now they're starting the chain reaction. Now you forced out the Skywrath from top as Pushka continues his harass. But now they need to try and get a play onto DM at the same time. Looks like
Can they? I mean, it's a mark. DM is difficult to kill. They're going to try, though. Holding him in position, crystallize. Does he have enough damage to take him out? In the meantime, Slayer dies on the bottom lane. DM is still the target here on the top, though, and that is a kill going the way of Ilias.
That is most unfortunate, though. I'm not sure. It looks like he was just trying to contest in the creep wave there for a bit as the clockwork went down.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he was playing very much into Epileptic Kid's face. Probably was asking for it sooner rather than later. We did have the first Dragon Form used, by the way. I don't know how important is it that the first Dragon Form was used and the tier 1 tower mid is still very healthy.
I think it's fine in this matchup. Like,
okay.
FN's just doing his thing. He's got the double bracer. Almost has his treads done too. But he's going to have to wait until TA's a little bit more involved in the jungle before getting the real tower pressure. Especially because he doesn't have any help in terms of like sentries. All right, he's got 3 sentries on him now. All right, that he definitely needs.
Perhaps get some kill potential if Magical overextends. I mean, these two haven't really left the lane. Magical has got a slight advantage of being able to take out the neutral creeps maybe a little bit better. He has got a trap onto FN's neutral creep camp that is close by, so we'll be able to see when FN's trying to go for that. But we haven't really seen a lot of rotations, or any rotations from that mid lane.
Yeah, it's first like 8 or 9 minutes, just barely any rotations to the mid lane in a lot of the games as of late. It feels like just we've stabilized in these 2-1-2s and then just kind of a lack of picking of the the roaming heroes.
Pushka can just punch the courier, 1-hit kill. That just feels very sad.
That was a nice slap. That was pretty good.
Yeah, it's very nice. But yeah, Pushka is doing really good. He is closing in on his Blink Dagger. And I think, because we're saying that Na'Vi wants a snowball with a lineup like this, is the Blink Dagger the way to go? Like, is that their go signal once they have it? Ooh, wait a second, hold that thought. Arena on the top lane. Ilias in a lot of trouble there. Will drop. Can they kill off Crystallize as well, or is Crystallize the one that is the aggressor here? Still gonna try to make it back to the wave. Jumps away to the range creep. Should be fine.
I think the problem is Blink is like the right item for his hero, but he doesn't have the best heroes that pair with it, unfortunately. It's like he wishes he had a Skywrath mage, right? Like if you buy a Blink Dagger this early, you need a hero that can help you secure those final bits of the kills. And Clock like might work out. It's just going to be harder to execute. You might have to like use a hook shot every time or something, but that's still the game plan. That's really all they can do at this point to make it work. Oh, Ilias gonna help this chase down up top.
Save is dead. Flare actually coming in for the kill steal. Nice.
Level 1 kill steal. Oh, look at that value sentry. This is what I was hoping for. Got them both.
Nice.
That's gonna help you, Ricky.
Yep. Definitely. In the meantime, it looks like it is Witch Doctor that needs some help on the bottom lane. Epileptic Kid is close by. The cast does actually bounce around. And with the curse on it, they do try to do enough damage to Pasha to make him pop, but that's only level 2 curse, and with the TP out, Pasha should be fine. In the meantime, it's Slayer that's getting chased here, with Save showing up as well. Slayer looking to take out Iron with him, and he will! That is actually super impressive, and I think a little bit of a misplay again from Ein, thinking he could help still take out Slayer.
Just run, dude. I know you
just run,
but just run.
I think that sounds like the best advice there, as the outposts do get exchanged out just 1-to-1. So
yeah, they just got that one back in time.
Yep, Magical getting denied this double damage rune. FN grabbing it with the dragon tail there. Ooh, hookshot in from Slayer. He managed to get that booklet, getting level 6. He locks 2 of his own team in the cogs though, but it doesn't matter. It is still NaVi that is able to take out Ein and Save, and they close it with killing off FN.
Oh, dude, they're doing it. Look at them go.
Oh, they're just going one by one. This is what you call a save your body system as well on the side of VP.Prodigy, and it's save your body gone wrong. So everybody dies one by one. The only one surviving is Epileptic Kid that is desperately begging his teammates not to feed.
Yeah, at least like NaVi clearly recognized what they need, right? They're in the camp of just like complete full-on aggression. We need to abuse the mobilities of our heroes right now, and a lot of that from Slayer comes down to just the fact of like how well he's done so far, right? Getting those solo kills, all that bonus XP.
Yeah.
I mean, there's plenty of supports right now that buy Tome and do not have 6. I feel like because of the way the laning stage is set up, people tend to give like a lot of the lane XP over to their core and kind of leave themselves starved.
Yeah, NaVi is doing really well. Coming out ahead of the lanes is 9-3 in kills, 4k gold. Very different from previous game for them. And they have the kind of lineup that can continue setting this tempo very high. They're closing in on the Desolator for Magical as well. The Blink Dagger is done on Axe. We have the hookshot, of course, up on Slayer as well. And again, they smoke up. Slayer and Ilias going to the top lane this time around. Already scouted out by the scan, though, of VP.Prodigy.
Yeah, but hookshot doesn't matter.
I mean, you're still gonna die, or you get blown up.
I wasn't sure who you were talking about. I thought you meant the Clockwork, and I was like, yeah, he's definitely dead, actually.
Yeah. My bad. Ein was also dead on the bottom lane. Crystallize got him. Yeah. That's why the Clockwork and Skywrath, when they're on the same team, they're an amazing combination. But it's a little less fortunate when the Skywrath is on the other side of the Clockwork. It's a little less fortunate for the Clockwork.
Yeah, I think he thought the rotation from Pasha was closer, like the blink.
Yeah.
That's what I assumed when the hookshot comes out, because you think, all right, someone's got this guy's back, right? And then he just gets blown up. Oh, the bounty from the shovel. Nice job,
Value.
Pasha.
Very nice. Any other nice neutrals coming out? Neutral items. Let's see. We got the Iron Talon
nice besides Jelly. At least they both got Jelly. That's all that matters.
Both Jelly, both Broom, both Iron Talon. And one trusty shovel.
This lead could melt away very quickly for NaVi. They have to be cautious because this blinking DK is very scary with the Mars and Skywrath just shadowing nearby under smoke. Oh, that's exactly what they need.
Yep, let's see if FN lives to the initial burst. That's not the case, actually. The M is dead. I mean, this was a fight that I thought VP.Prodigy was ready for. They definitely set up for it as if they were ready for it, but they were still, first of all, they were outnumbered. a second. They can't let that Dragon Knight die so fast. They have no save
they needed
this time
the tier onto anyone but Clockwork, pretty much.
Yeah.
That was the main problem, right? Like, it had to be magical, but once the Clockwork gets hit, and then you also commit, because like you can't really tell, I'm guessing, at the moment, like who you need to throw the Mystic Flare on, but it was just Clockwork again, which is like completely worthless.
Slayer is crushing it.
They just brought more numbers.
Well. Yeah, I mean, yeah.
They thought they were so smart, like smoked up behind. I thought they were looking pretty smart, and then suddenly it's 4 heroes. NaVi are just this giant ball of death. Oh, the flare. Oh, Ein.
Oh,
poor,
no, not
sweet,
again.
innocent Ein.
He is not yet level 6. He just wants to stay close to the creep so he can get the level. Slayer, can he still find him? He has got a hook shot available. Oh, actually, FN coming in with the drink, with the stun coming out as well, and that is a Clockwork that dies. And in the meantime, Crystallize is out. But they might want to
protect him nearby.
Do you think they want to set up for defending a tier 1 tower? Like, how much impact does taking towers have on VP.Prodigy's game? Like, how much do you want to put into defending the towers?
I mean, you really don't want to just lose these towers for free, because these towers tend to just like never get pushed in. The thing is, they're a Roche team on the side of NaVi. Like last time, they were an Ancient team on the Dire side, right? Yeah. They had the Troll, but now they're a Roche team because they have a TA. They're trying to double meld. Taking some time, though, and they're smoking their way here. They have Arena. They have the Flare. Oh, man. I don't even know if they're going to make it in good time, though.
I think they're just going to see if they're going to get the tier 1 middle.
All right, now they're going to know.
Yeah. Magical will take the Aegis. And let's see if NaVi wants to start fighting this instantly. Backing off, VP.Prodigy will try to stay safe. Flare will not scout anybody. And NaVi, just go for the push. You gotta try to be aggressive, right?
Yeah, I mean, this Aegis is so important because it allows you to just play hyper aggressive with your Blink and your Deso before the BKB. And that's, again, just another... This is why, when you look at these drafts, you say that it looks easier for VP.Prodigy because they can't make a mistake, you know? Yeah. If this TA just like dies once or twice, this game just feels kind of over. Or even just like one bad jump in from the Axe can lead to total disaster for your entire team. And they've just gotten so much out of these like nice jumps of aggression. That's pretty unfortunate there. It looks like they have a sentry in the mid lane.
Yeah, but even with the sentry, that was crystallized very far out regardless.
I think he thought he was covered because like where Slayer was playing. But he couldn't save him.
Yeah. Well, they do take the tier 1 tower. They'll just continue on pushing.
I think last game, these offlane towers lasted until like 25 or 30 minutes or something. They were just like completely ignored the entire time. But we have some real tower pushers in this one. And we have both teams just kind of dodging each other. I mean, if you're the Radiant team, you don't have the Aegis. You're kind of happy to trade even right now. Because I don't think this Morphling's ready to fight you, right? Problem is, he's almost got Eagle Song.
Yeah, and
that's offensive and defensive this game versus TA and Ricky.
Oh, let's see. Pasha wants to make something happen. Gets a call on 2. Does he have anyone to back him up? He has Magical. And Magical just wants to have that Witch Doctor, which he does. Nice TP out from the DK, but... Oh, for more. DM dodges the hook shot. Does get the Arena, runs it away. Using it as a backup, and he runs away where they don't follow him because they don't know where he went.
Look at that. Instant smoke.
Yep.
I think they might have seen that with that Observer Ward. I mean, the Dire are kind of ping it, but now didn't see it enough, apparently.
No. And he has got no backup this time around. No Marcher. Ein was not close, but not 5. Nice kill for NaVi to get as well.
Yo, can you imagine if Pasha gets it right now? They have... Oh, no, the Flare's so far away. Oh, my God, Slayer. Oh, he went up instead of down. I mean, surely he'd still get out, but, you know.
That would be also disastrous for VP.Prodigy.
Mid lane, DM's trying to keep this push going. But TA's close, too. She's not going to join, though. She's just messing around with the outpost.
Oh, no, Ein. They see you. Get out. Do you feel like NaVi is moving around maybe too much without giving too much attention to pushing the waves continuously out. Like, Crystal has been walking around for a while, and sure, they got FN just now, which is great. But the balance between, like, finding a witch doctor like that.
It's 2-shot. No, I think it's fine. Like, top lane's still pushing in. Mid lane's coming now, too. I think they just might have had, like, TA's working on the BKB. That's why they're slacking a little bit right now, because they don't want to, like, get into another big fight without that. The Aegis is still good for another minute 20 as well. So this tower gold is going to give her BKB pretty near if they clear up both of these.
Yeah. And at the moment, it looks like they are getting both of these, unless VP.Prodigy wants to stage a big defense. I don't think they want to, though. Not against an Aegis TA. So just let them fall. Easy.
They're all in on this morphing. Do they have the Force Staff yet? I don't think they do, right?
Oh, I mean, I'm just not going to get it anytime soon. And you don't want to have it on save. Alright. Smoke for VP.Prodigy. They know that they're probably hunting for Epileptic Kid. We'll see if they can find anybody. Dragon form popped as well. FN blinking down. He finds himself Ilias. Great.
That is a nice aspect that they have here too. Just like that quick pick like that, breaking apart the 5-man, and that was the BKB courier.
Oh,
that is 3 minutes of no BKB.
That is impressive. FN jumping to catch Slayer. The arena is there as well. The hook shot out is not hitting, and Slayer is stuck in this arena of blood and will die for it as well.
All right. Something happened with couriers. When we got 5 couriers, suddenly no one cared about courier at all. Like, I feel in the slightest.
I feel like supports still do. Mostly.
Yeah, probably. But, like, just sending your courier, like, it's that BKB timing is so important to now not just to not have it for 3 minutes is insane.
That is mad. I think it used to always be... Alright, that's a dead DM. It used to always be supports that took care of it when it, when it was... And it's only one then, so then it's easy to take care of it because you kind of know where it is. But now... Yeah, the cores just are like, oh yeah, I'll send it to myself, and then they're just too busy doing other things.
Yeah, they're too busy hitting all those creeps, They just move around the map as fast as they can, collecting all this gold, leaving the peons like the courier in the dust. But they actually recovered it pretty well by getting that kill on the Mars, because that kind of got them back over on this side of the river.
Yeah. Yeah, and they're hunting FN
no.
right now. Yeah,
they have no force staffs.
No force staffs and no saves is...
The creeps are coming to the high ground. They will come up to you. You don't need to be there.
A little bit of a mistake there by FN. I mean, this is so far has been a series of little mistakes here and there. Can't stop now. Ooh, a Embrace.
Oh, NaVi, I mean, now they can just kind of control this part of the map. They've secured enough of a lead that Morphling doesn't have friends. Morphling is a good hero. Morphling has his items, but a lot of his allies are pretty far in the dirt right now.
Yeah, and do we have
Halberd will be big, though.
Any force staffs actually built? Like, is anybody even queuing it up? I don't think so, right?
No. Save is just like, that's not my hero.
Everybody's just expecting Ein to get it, but Ein has died 6 times this game. Very unfortunate. He had a rough start, and the whole map is being farmed up already. Like, every kind of safe farming space they have will be taken up by a Morphling and a DK and a Mars as well.
So stubborn. Like, there's like no one's buying a Yules, no one's buying a Force Staff. Like, sure, yeah, you can E-Blade people to save, I guess, but wasn't the whole point of this so that you could actually fight with the E-Blade, not just save yourself or your allies?
NaVi, I think they're hoping for a fast Arosh respawn. We're gonna find out soon when he's gonna respawn. But they have control over this game. 10k gold in their favor, and they're looking quite comfortable. Even though the Morphling hasn't had too bad of a game. I mean, at the level of farm compared to the TA with the Morph, it's just a little bit sad. They need a bigger Morphling in order to be able to fight back and make their lineup work, and this snowball of NaVi is still very much rolling.
Yeah, by the time Magical finally gets BKB, he had a Chrysalis done.
Yeah. It's gonna go from bad to worse. bottom side of the map, controlled. NaVi farming everything there. Do you think VP, they probably should contest the next Roche, right?
Let's see. Yeah, probably. It looks like that's the best place for them to fight, right, with the arena. So they're not actually going to push that bottom tier 2. Oh, they are. Okay, I like this. Magical's going to show and push. So now you have two options, VP.Prodigy. Are they all smoked up sitting behind TA, or are they all, smoking running at us? And it looks like they have not predicted this one. Oh, Pasha.
That is a perfect target to find. They take him out first. Save on the high ground. Will not have anywhere to go either. Does keep himself safe a little bit with the Ghost Scepter. The rest is trying to run. FN, what are you still doing here? The TPs are coming out. Nice blink, but the flare will still see you. And the call is there. 3 dead. And it's gamble. It's decision making. We said, what are they going to do? Are they hiding behind the TA, or are they running towards us? They made the wrong call and they paid for it.
I actually thought NaVi played better last. A lot of those team fights, we pointed out how NaVi kind of played better, but still lost in a lot of them. They had a lot of the good goals last game of taking down the Oracle right away, but in the end, their heroes and the state they were in at that point couldn't carry them to victory. They got troll rapiered. Now, very good calls. That was an excellent smoke play there. Completely caught VP.Prodigy by surprise. They were not ready for that one.
Yeah. What was the main reason for the whole panel going for VP.Prodigy again?
Because it's just safer.
Right?
It's just I will never pick these hyper aggressive drafts because they just don't work out that often. There's so many reasons why NaVi shouldn't be winning this game, because it only takes 1 or 2 very small mistakes in the early game, and suddenly this game is just so hard to play. But the TA just had free time mid. Magical never died. There were no rotations mid. You had the Axe did a very good job of not only pressuring the Morphling but keeping his own farm up, and he's also just been getting crazy good kills all game.
Yeah, nice positioning from Ein, but nobody's gonna walk into that death ward save. You're dead. Sad times. 2 quick kills again for NaVi.
And you can see how if they don't get snowballing, they have really tanky and annoying heroes like DK and Mars and Morphling, right? So it's just this edge makes them all look like paper. They're just cutting through them, but that's what NaVi were gambling on, and they gambled on themselves and they won.
That's the best way of gambling. Winning, that is.
Well, now they have Roche. Aegis Cheese and presumably the GG in their hands if they can get this one. It'll be such a hard fight if they make their way back like that.
Are there any items that are about to be done on VP.Prodigy that they can use to, turn this game in their favor? Because at the moment, they just die one by one. It's not even an orchestrated fight. It's just, they just die.
BM's Yules is almost done to try and save from the blade calls, but...
Okay. Well, Age is in the hands of Magical, and he's going for the targets, getting disarmed at the moment, and the rest of his team is already working on clearing some others up, though. Magical is not even able to hit anybody at this moment at all, but it doesn't... Magical actually did not hit anybody in this game, in this fight, by the way. Doesn't matter, though. GG is called. They will go to a game 3. That Age is indeed spelled the GG for NaVi.
Man, Slayer just owned that last fight too. He hookshot through the entire team to catch the Morphling. Cogs pushed him and him with the Spirit Vessel and basically solo killed them.